Good evening, everybody. So let us start our lecture tonight. Someone requested me to discuss this type of review question. Okay. So this question is says for each operator below has a box under in it. These are the operator. This is the division operator. This is another division operator. This is plus operator. This is modulo operator, and this is plus operator, right? Okay, so you have to write just one number 1 2 3 4 5 within the box, and the space between you can do your work over here, and you need to write the solution over here. It's pretty simple. So for instance, if you do this on a piece of paper, which part you will do first? There are two pairs of parentheses, one is inner and outer, right? We have to go to the inner parenthesis first, right? So this one will have number 1. How can I? So this one, it does not allow me to type in. So this one will have, why? Okay. Okay, so this one will have number 1, right? Priority. So he's asking me to write the priority. So this one will have number 1 priority, and then after that, what I will get? After that, I will get 3 divided by 2 within parentheses, then plus then I will get let me do it in a piece of paper on a board. So then I will have 5 modulo 2, this is parenthesis, plus 2, right? The first phase I am done with this one. So actually this is slash operator. So after that, which one I need to do first? Second. So I have 2 pairs of parentheses, this one and this one. Which one will go? Sorry, this modulo 2, right? It is modulo 2. So then which one I need to go? This one or this one?
3 divided by 2.
Yes, 3 divided by 2. So then this is going to be 2. Number 2 is second operation. I need to do it on it, right? Okay, so at this point it says the computer as an integer. Compute an integer. Okay, so when you divide 3 by 2 as an integer, what will be the result? 1. Okay, so next is you will get 1. So here you will get 1 here, not 1.5, since it says integer, not 1.5. Okay, then you have plus sign, and then you have 5 modulo 2, and then you have plus 2, right? So in the next phase, which one you need to do first? This one, right? This one, right? So then after that you will get 1 plus 1, thank you, plus 2. So you got this one as 3, right? You did this one, the third. So I'm writing this one 3 steps. Which one you are doing? Which operator are you working? So you have to write the within box. You have to write the sequence. What order? Okay. Okay. Then after that you have 2 pluses operator, right? Then which one will be executed first?
The first one.
Okay, the first one, right?
Yeah.
So this one will be 4, and then and then this one will be
Number
5. Okay, so then what is your result? 4, right? So then on the box you have to write this 4. I think you can do this, right?
So wait, what are all those boxes for? I don't.
These are the box. Within this box you have to write the order, in which order you need to do the operation.
So part 2 is going to be 1, 3, and 2.
Okay, so part 3 is your work. So this one will work first, or this one will work first, or this one. There are 3 operators, right?
Division, then modulus, then addition.
Yes. Okay, so try it yourself. These are very pretty simple. And then maybe one more thing that I can give you if you follow my advisement. Okay, so what you can do, I have done only one for you. You can create your Replit account, okay, and write the entire thing. For instance, write the entire thing. Okay, these are the thing that, but only you need to put this entire thing in a parenthesis. So put the entire thing and display, and whatever you want to display, execute it in a program. I'm sorry, I need to execute again. Execute in a program and compare your results. So this result is actually 2, right? And do it yourself and compare your result with this result. If your result is correct, then it should be correct. Your sequence should be correct. So you can, for instance, for this one, you can print the entire thing, the value. Then you can compare your result with your program result.
I thought you said in Java you couldn't do mathematical equations after you've written it.
Did I tell you?
Huh?
Did I tell you that you cannot do? So why do we write program? We write program for mathematical calculation as well as.
I don't know, you said that it all comes out as string, that you can't do mathematical equations.
I said if the first one is string.
Yeah,
So if the first one is string, right, the entire result is getting as 13. It is printing as a string, no matter, it is giving a result. This one is giving a result of this one. Okay, so if you feel confused with this, okay, so just delete this part. Just delete this part, and now it should be okay, right? Now it should be okay, right? Print this, and you got 13, right? And compare your with the result. So whatever your old exam question, whatever you want to do, you can do here. Okay, you can do in all languages. You can do in C++ or C# or Java. Okay, let us start our tonight's lecture, and give attention, please. Okay, you will get some hints. You will get hints from that for the upcoming test. Possible test question. Okay, give attention, please. But if you need to revisit this lecture, you can do it at home. But I need to cover a lot of things tonight. Let me do. By the way, you know that your test will be on next lecture, right? Everybody knows that, right? Next lecture will be your test, right? We will start maybe sharply by 6:10, but come by 6 or 5:10. Okay, come by 5, please.
Wait, why would we start classes?
5:10.
We have
Well,
until
it's just
6.
no. Class usually goes from 5 till 6:15. Why would we start just 5 minutes before class usually ends?
So our test is about, it will take 45 minutes to 50 minutes. Okay. will take 50 minutes. So if we can take start at 5:10, we can finish by
My
6.
bad, professors.
They're only giving us the amount of time as the Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday classes. So since they only have 45 to 50 minutes, then our class, even though it's an hour and 15 minutes long, we only get the same amount of time.
That's good explanation. Okay, so in our last lecture we were discussing variable, right? We know how to deal with variable, integer type variable, string variable. We discussed. There's one type we did not discuss, that is character type variable. Okay, so a character type is used to display character. Character, we know that alphabetic letters or the numbers or every symbol, whatever we type in computer, sometimes even it is not visible. For instance, when you type in space bar, it is not visible, right? An empty space, but still there is a character. Every character that we see or even do not see has a code. It's called Ascii code or Unicode associated with this. That how the number or character is converted internally into binary system, 0 and 1, 0 and 1, 1, something. Okay, for character type we use character variable char. For instance, we have a character variable ch1 and we assign its value 65. Okay, then if we display here as ch, okay, as ch, then what will be my output for this line? Anyone can guess? Okay, and then what will be output for here? So if we do a Google search, ASCII, ASCII table or ASCII chart, okay, this is the popular one. I wish I can make it larger. Okay, so this ASCII chart, it has, this is the serial number, okay, in decimal system. When we speak, we generally speak in decimal system. Then everything internally converted into binary number system when our computer or any electronic device uses it. Okay. For instance, when we type in A in uppercase, it internally converts into this binary number. Okay, and that is equivalent to 65 in decimal. Okay, so it is an uppercase A. Everybody knows that, right? So if we, in our program, if we assign a value for any character type variable 65, that will be A in uppercase. But if we convert that like this is the typecasting. Okay, one of the things that I skipped and I wanted to discuss, maybe today I will discuss a little bit. So when you convert it to integer number, then it will actually really print 65. So let us see our output. And then, so whenever we assign 65 for a character variable, so it is printing A. Why? Because A has ASCII value 65. See the 65. Then if I type in B, then 66. Okay, if I assign this as B, then it would be 66. C, A, B, C, like this way, and then A, B, C, D. You see the all uppercase, and then you see the every symbol has a system, and for lowercase a, it has position 97. Okay, so if we assign another character variable, that we will say 97 to a. Okay, so everybody understand? Let us see. Everybody understand this? Everybody understand this? We say character ch equal to 65. I can assign two ways. I can assign a character value by this way, either 65, or I can type within single quote A. Okay, when I put 60 code, that means I am putting ASCII value or Unicode value. Is it the same result? I can put 67, 65, so then it is printing A. So if I want to print maybe D, what will, if I want to keep D, so what will be my result? A is 65, 66, 67, 68, right? D is 68. And vice versa, we can use integer or short or byte type as well as. So if I say my variable is integer, so whatever name I gave, 97 words, if I give 97, but instead of printing integer, if I convert it to a character type, corresponding character, then it will be printing here A is in lowercase, because 97 has the ASCII value, ASCII value is 97. Okay, so 97 is related to the ASCII value, corresponding to ASCII value of lowercase a. So this is why it is printing lowercase a. So I have this program. Okay, please visit this program, so you will get my program over here. So please spend some time, make some changes, and go to this ASCII chart and do a Wikipedia search or Google search about ASCII chart. I just type in ASCII, right? ASCII chart. ASCII means American Standard Code for Information Interchange. This is the format or way that everything is converted into binary system internally. Okay, please spend some time to understand this. This is a basic or foundation programming. If you have taken 1300 course, or if you have taken any previous computer science course, you should have known this. Okay, and I have corresponding program in, this is in C++, Java, and this is in C++. C++ is same thing, exactly same thing with Java, except that we use cout for print operation, right? Okay, by the way, as we mentioned that in this course you are learning 3 languages parallelly, right? So in your test, if you are given some code in C++ or in C#, you cannot argue that why code is given in C++ format. We discussed basic format, basic operation like of C+ in all 3 languages, right? Okay.
So that's pseudocode.
No, not pseudocode. I discuss only program code as well as I discuss also program code, basic program code, like cout operation. Okay, this is the basic operation. You should understand that it is equivalent to, in Java, it is equivalent to system.out.println, right? I have my program in Java and C++, and also I have my program written in, this is C#, okay? So people, please get my program. Yes. Okay, you don't need to you just write down my replete URL program name. Okay, I usually write all program in a single format. So if you go to REPL, if you go to my account, and one thing is that if you go to my account, maybe how can you see? You can see REPLS, that all of my programs that I have discussed in. Some programs are for 1322, you may not understand those, okay? But by looking, so for instance, this is operation order, this is display character. How do I write my program name? You see that display character type example 1 CPP, same thing C#, same thing in Java. Or even if you go to my repeat account and search for maybe CPP, all of the CPP programs I have here, all Java programs I have here. Okay, so do this in practice, and this is the typecasting operation. Typecasting is temporary casting. Okay, typecasting operation, for instance, in this case we are converting this character to character type, or even if I can say integer, I am converting this as integer type. integer number into character, and then at this phase it will be converting to. So if you say 97, okay, in C++, 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 okay, please do some practice with this program, and let us go to our new lecture tonight. Resources, CSE. We are discussing selection statement, right? Okay, we discuss selection statement, that we use selection statement in order to select some statements, whether in order to execute some statement or skip some statement, right? We select some, we use what are they called, if else, and if statement or else if statement. Okay, so we discussed in our last lecture, we discussed if else, and if else if, like this. Okay, we discussed these three. If statement, we use if statement in order to check a condition. If the condition is true, then we execute this block of statements, right? And we know that we check the condition based on some relational or logical operator that gave operations that gave us either true or false value, nothing in between, right? So all logical operations gives us either true or false value. In our last lecture we discussed this. Okay, so this is the structure of if statement. A condition is checked first. If it is true, then it goes within the if body, and if it is not true, then it skips the body. Okay, and we discuss if statement. This is the pseudocode, this is C++ or Java and C# code. So for instance, in your test, if you get print, that means convert it to your language that you understand. Okay, in Java system.out.println. Yes.
So like on the last slide for module 2 part 1, it says that decimal is a primitive data type. That doesn't really make any sense.
Decimal is not a data type, float is a data type. Okay, yeah, so let me explain you something. So very simple. If I print, I will do nothing. Okay, if I print 1 divided by 10, what will be the result? Can anyone please, guys? What will be the result for this line, the highlighted line? What will be output here for this line? The reason?
It'd be 0.1, but it's only going to turn out
Yes. So by default, since my both of operands for this one division, both operands are integer, so the result will be integer. Okay, but actually we know that even 0 by 10 is 0.1, right?
So we put double in front of it.
Okay, so we have multiple ways. For instance, if we make this one as 1.0, then it will print us 0.0. It will print us 0.0, this one. Okay, or if we make this one is integer and this one is decimal, then it will print us 0.1.
Is that the same thing in C++?
Almost all languages. Okay, or if we make both decimal, okay, then it will give us decimal point. Okay, either at least one of them needs to be decimal in order to get decimal value. Okay, remember this. Then if you say 15, if you say here 15 here, even if you say 19, the result will be, for this one, if you say 19, the result will be 19 divided by 10, result will be,
1.9, but it's only shown 1.
it will show only 1. Okay, it will not do auto ceiling or flooring. Okay, so then what was your question? Your question is like this, right? If you understand, then
Well, no, it just said there's a primitive data type called decimal.
no, never. I say there are 8 primitive data types: byte, short, int, long, float, double, character, boolean.
Wait, what was the one you said that started with an F?
Float,
Oh,
float, float.
okay.
Look at the slides. Slides do have things. Okay. Sorry, I have a lot of things. So remember our last lecture we discussed if statement, and if we check a condition in the if statement. If the condition is true, it execute this statement, right? If the condition is false, then if it keeps the statement, right? Okay, in order to execute multiple conditions that are linked together, associated together, we use if, else, if, else if. Okay, like this. Okay, if my first if we have multiple condition, for instance, I can say condition 1 here, condition 2 here, condition 3 here. If I want to check 3 conditions that are associated. Okay, for instance, if you are a student, then if you are a student, or if you are not a student, or for instance if you are a boy or if you are a girl. Okay, so multiple condition if you want to check, then we use else if. So the first condition we put over here, and the second other condition we put here. And if all of the conditions fail, then the statement block associated with else is executed. This is very simple. If you write your code in pseudocode format, remember that at the end you have to give end if, otherwise you lose point. If you write pseudocode in your, say for instance if pseudocode, right, at the end you have to end your pseudocode by end if. You have to write end if. Okay, if you miss it, then you will miss some point. This end if in a program we use curly braces, right, closing curly braces, right. For instance, if first condition is false, then it will check second condition. If the second condition is false, then it will check third condition. For instance, for multiple if else statement, if either of conditions, whichever condition it executes, it meets, then it will go out of the loop. It will not check the remaining conditions. Okay, so in our last lecture we went through a program called keyboard input. We discussed temperature conversion, right? Okay. Okay, so in our last lecture we discussed this program. We entered some temperature in Fahrenheit, and then we check the condition. If our temperature is greater than 90, then we give this output, right? If the temperature is in between 90 and 80, greater or equal to 80 and but less than 90, this is how your grades or your later grades are calculated. Okay, for instance, I could say if your grade, if this is a grade and our total points, grade points is greater than 90, then you got an A, right? If it is greater than or equal to 80 but less than 90, then you got a B. This is the condition. Okay, and remember the one thing, we use this operator. What is this operator is called?
And
Yes, ampersand. In some languages, not the language we are discussing here, we write and like this. Okay, but not in C++, Java and C#. Ampersand. Okay. Okay, and here if you gave war, then it will not work. This is war, two pipes. War. Okay, it will not work over here. Okay, so if you say is greater than 80 or less than 90, then in this case it will not work. Okay, so remember that
What if we do a switch case? Do you have an example of this program with switch case?
Okay, we will go switch case. So this is the program. So in order to check multiple conditions, right? Here is a condition, here is another condition, here is another condition, here is another condition. In order to check multiple conditions, we use the first condition with if, and then other condition we use with else if condition. Okay, and all of the condition, if all condition fails, then we use the else block. This is the block we say if we have only one statement, then in some languages it does not require to use a curly brace, but most languages require to use curly brace. Some languages like Python does not have curly brace, it uses indentation like one tab. So this is the program we discussed in our last lecture. Okay, so far we discussed in our last lecture, and today mainly we want to discuss we went through this switch statement. Okay, I'm gonna give 2 minutes break, and I like everybody to give attendance and close your device and give attention, full attention to me. Okay, I'm giving 2 minutes to give you if you need to give attention, give your attendance and then give attention to me. Let me see some old exam question. So everybody ready? Please close your device unless you keep a note. Okay, give attention. Okay, so now we will discuss switch statement. Okay, switch statement is another selection statement is widely used. So for checking a flow of conditions. Okay, let me see. To decide, so it's likely a for loop, like sorry, if else if like this. Okay, if else if like this. Okay, the switch statement evaluate an expression, remember this expression word. Okay, then attempt to match the result to one of the several possible cases. Okay, mainly this is a structure. Okay, so this is a switch. All switch statement, or a switch statement works with a, so here is the variable. Okay, we say this is the variable that is called, it is how do you say, sorry, I forgot the name. It is actually index variable. We say index variable that we choose based on this value of this variable. This variable can be an integer type, it can be a character type, it can be a boolean type, it can be a float type, double type, or string type. Okay, so then here you see that if you write pseudocode, look at the format. Where do we begin? Right here we write begin over here, and all the way end we have our end over here. This is the end switch. You can write end or you can write end switch over here. So here we have an index variable. Based on the value of this variable, we will execute either this block or this block or this block or all of these blocks, but based on the value that match with this case value. Okay, and if it does not match within any case, then we will execute the default section. Default section is similar to the else in else. If in if statement we check some conditions, right? If a condition does not match, we use else block, right? So here the default block is similar to the else block. So at least we understand here, right? Okay, and you see, let us focus over here. So we say switch, the variable is switch variable is a variable, right? Still we don't know what kind of variable it is. It will be maybe one of the 8 or one of the built-in type or any type. Okay, so by looking the case, we can guess that this will be an integer type. So what are the case value? My case value is 1, 2, 3, right? These are the integer number, right? So or integer or byte or short, right? So then in general we will think that this variable is an integer type variable, and based on its value we will, if the value is 1, then we will execute this statement block. If the value is 2, then we will execute this statement. If the value is 3, then we will execute this statement. And most importantly, this is the thing also, everybody please remember, and I know that some of you will do mistake in your test and you will lose point. Okay, give attention here. This is the break statement. There are some break. Okay, so if there is a break statement, so break statement goes within a case, then what will do, after executing this case, it will go all the way out of this switch. It will not check the other condition. Okay, but if you do not use this break, still it will go to the next case. It will check the next case. Okay, in your test if you have given some code, they look at carefully that the break is given or intentionally missing. If it is missing test given break, then you will think that still you have to execute this statement. Yes.
So it will check the next statement, but it won't print it unless it's.
Yeah, if it will do, it will do. It will print.
Wait, it will print that next statement?
Yeah. Let us see in a,
For the yeah, if there's.
yeah, if break is not here. So let us see with a real program. So this is the switch statement. So for instance, it's branching. Okay. So value 1, value 2, value n. So based on the expression value, it will switch either branch. Okay. And remember the break statement that I told you that it is an important only break. Okay. So let us see. And the default value I discussed, right? Default value is similar to the else.
Sir,
Yes.
do we also need the break if it's the default?
Let us see with a real program. Then I have a few minutes, right? We can discuss at least maybe 20 minutes with some live program. With some live program, maybe we will discuss some. So this program is pretty similar to our previous program. Okay, so here we are switching based on, actually it is not end case, actually is just say end or end switch. This is end case. Okay, I'm confusing. It should be end case or end switch. Should be end switch. I will check and then you will check. Okay, let us see that this is the condition our checking variable, right? Based on the variable of this condition. So how we are comparing condition? Whatever my Fahrenheit degree temperature, I am dividing by 10. Okay, and if my condition value equal to 10, then we are saying staying inside. That means very hot, right? Very hot, right? And if we say it is 9, so since you are doing an integer, okay, since you are doing an integer division, so it should become with a Fahrenheit with a number. Okay, so you see that at the end we have break, and if you write pseudocode, then you do not need to give semicolon, but in your program code we use semicolon, right, at the end. See, you see that after each case we have a break, and for the default we do not need actually a break. For the default, break is optional. You don't need to give break. Okay, so let us see this program. So this is the similar program code. Okay, and whatever temperature we are taking, maybe we are taking temperature in not in integer, so we are converting to integer, and then we are dividing by 10, and so based on this value, temperature value condition, so we are, if the value is 10, we are printing this and breaking. So this is my program code. Okay, so let us execute this program code with our previous program. Okay, now you should have some idea about switches, right? And is anybody here that did not understand anything about switch? We use a switch as an alternative of if else if. Okay, for now remember that up to that. Okay, if you remember that, it will do for us. So let us go for this program. Okay, so this program was written in which language? Okay, so it's temperature condition. I'm writing C# temp condition switch example 1 C sharp. Okay, let me write it. Okay, give me a second, and then I need to convert this program to this is not a this is not a switch case statement. Okay, this is if else if, right? So what this program is doing, let us understand what this program is doing. This program is taking a temperature in Fahrenheit, okay, in decimal, maybe decimal point. Maybe let me say, if I say today is 75.5 or 7 temperature, then it is giving me this temperature, showing this temperature, right? Okay, it is showing me this temperature, but instead of showing this temperature, I want to convert it into a condition. That means that temperature condition. Okay, according to our the condition is, for instance, we have another integer variable, maybe do you have conditions? Okay, conditions, that what we are doing, we got our Fahrenheit temperature in double, right? But we are converting, we are doing typecasting, we are forcefully converting into integer. Okay, so then what will happen here at this point? Okay, and the condition here, okay, sorry, I have to convert here in this line after I to here, after I take the input. Okay, so and the condition this put conditions. Okay, condition is what we need to print condition, right? Okay, so let us run this program. If I give my temperature 75.7 again, then it is giving me condition 7. Why it is giving me 7? I'm converting to Fahrenheit 75.7 into integer. So what will be my converted value? 75, right? Okay, and then I'm dividing 75 by 10. Then 75 by 10 in integer equal to 7, not 7.5. Okay, okay, now I got this. Up to this is my fine. Okay, and I need to change here. So in order to use a switch statement, we can just maybe copy and paste this code over here. Okay, and we need to change the print statement by system console.writeLine, right? We need to change this, we need to change this, we need to change this, and we need to change this, and this is the end of switch. So I could give here, and this is end of switch. Okay, let me run this program. So in this case, if I give the same input again, so what is my condition value? 7, right? So I am switching based on which value? My conditions value, right? So if my condition value is 7, then which block or which case it will match with? 7, right? So then it will execute this. It is a pleasant today, right? It is very pleasant today. Let us do this again. So I'm giving 75.7, again same temperature, and I'm checking its condition is 7, right? And it is giving me so now we got some idea about switch. Now let us add a few more conditions, a few more cases. Okay, so if I say case 6 or maybe case 6, okay, it is okay pleasant, and case maybe 5, it is cold, and if I add maybe 4, should be cold or cold, cool or cold, cold, right? Okay, and then if I give 3, then it is very cold, and if it is 2, then what will happen? It is chilly, right? It is below freezing. Okay, now let us, we have enough conditions, right, to check almost everything. So if I give my temperature 40, even exactly 40, then what will happen? What will be my conditions value? 4. Then it is very cold today, right? So do I have this? It is very cold today, right? It has 40. Okay, now everybody give attention please. If I disable this break, if I do not give this break, okay, then let us see what happen. Again I will give same temperature 40. Okay, Unable code detector. Okay, that's good. In C#, it does not allow you to miss the break. Okay, but C++ will do. Java will do. It's a good thing. That's good. Okay, we will convert this program in Java. So let us understand this. Okay, and default, what is the default? If none of these cases match, okay, so if I give my temperature 10 or maybe 12, right? So for 12, what will be my condition value? 1, right? Do I have any case for 1? Okay, no. So then it will go this one. Okay, and another thing, that if that means if I go out of my cases, okay, what are my case values here? From 10 to 1, maybe 2, right? Is this the actually range my for cases? What how about other values? If I give temperature 140 degree, 140 degree, we are lucky that we have enough electricity or heater and AC, right? Maybe there are some part in this world that people have 140 degree Fahrenheit. Think about the situation for them. Okay, so we should be grateful. So here condition is 14, right? 40, right? So condition is 40. That means it is going beyond my cases. So what about my cases? My case values are only 10 to 1, okay, 10 to 2. 10 8 sorry 10 9 8 7 6 5, right, 1, right. If it got other conditions out of this, then it will go default. So for this default I should not need to use break. For instance, if I that's good. In C, I did not check that. In C sharp requires break. Okay, but I know Java and C++ do not require break. Okay. So now you got idea about switch. Okay, now let me convert this program. Let me convert the entire program into entire program into C++, into Java. Okay, into Java. So Java people, give attention here. And how about C++? Okay, let me convert it into Java quickly. Okay, people who are taking Java lab should help me. I need your help. Okay, so tell me quickly what changes I need to do. I need to change wall console dot write line into system dot out dot println, right? Okay, then is there any shortcut way? Command F, then not maybe H, right? Command H. My bad.
Put that little down arrow.
I don't know, let me finish it. I will check it later. Okay, then what else? Let me try it. And okay, another thing is that is parse is different. Parsing is different, right? So here okay, so what is the way to take an Fahrenheit temperature? We need to use scanner class, right? Scanner is SCAN equal to new scanner, and within bracket system dot in, right?
You forgot the R.
Sorry,
You forgot the R, like it's right next to the system.in.
And import util scanner.
okay, thank you.
And that too.
Okay, and then here I need to do scan what?
You can do it in C++, it'll be pretty fast.
No, scan dot next double, right? Okay, lucky that I got double at the beginning. Okay, so now okay, and one thing that I got scanner. Okay, scanner object already added. Okay, so what is the temperature today?
78 degrees.
Thank you so much. Like it, right? So it is 78 Fahrenheit and the condition is 7, and
Let's take out the break and see what happens.
yes, condition is 7 and it is very pleasant. So now I have an opportunity to take out the brakes, some brakes, okay, or all brakes. What will happen? Okay, and it also does not require to use break. Okay, for the default block. Then if I run it, you remember that I don't have a break for 6, 7, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and 4.
So put 75.
Okay, then 75. So there I'm getting 75, that means 7, right? I'm getting this output, as well as I'm getting this output, as well as I'm getting this output, as well as I'm getting this output. What is the reason?
So there's no break.
So you understand, right? Okay. So now my another task, I need to convert this. Do I need to do it, or you can do it? C# C++ people,
You need a what?
can you do it? Can you convert it using name space std, and then I don't need to use this cout. So instead of this, what I can do, I don't need this, right? So here I need cout.
Double arrow.
Cout. Let me do it one by one, okay? This one cout,
You change the paradigm.
this one, this one. Sorry, too many errors. This one, this one, this one, this one. Okay. And before you leave, okay, at the end of this slide, there is a homework for you to practice. Okay, I'm converting this. At the last page, there is a problem. Okay, I like you to practice this problem. Okay, so the codes are all pretty given. You need to practice this. Okay, give me 5 more minutes, please. Do not leave. Okay, so then what do I need to do here? We don't need this, and instead of this, too many changes. 222 NDL. Okay, and this one ENDL, this one ENDL, ENDL, DL, this one ENDL, ENDL. Okay, apparently one. Okay, what is my mistake over here? Okay, I don't need scanner, right? So I need to do CIN, and I am going to Fahrenheit, scanning Fahrenheit, right? Okay, sorry, CIN. Okay, should be okay. Now let us try. So what temperature you like me?
55.
55. So here is condition is 5, right? Condition value is 5. Today is cold, so 55. So it is coming here, and still it is printing this one, and still it is printing this one, still it is printing this one. That means if you intentionally or unintentionally miss the break, then in some languages like C++ and Java will check the other conditions as well as. But this should not be. This is why maybe in other languages C# has prohibited not to skip a break, okay? But in pseudocode you may skip a break. So If you get a pseudocode, please give attention that whatever break is missing. Okay, so for instance here the first one, because it is not going to other cases, and the cases, for instance, give me 1 more minute. Okay, so here even if I gave, it is not required that you will give the conditions in order. Okay, so even if I give the case in order, right, different order, right, so still if I give, for instance, if I give 55, so then what we will be doing, it is checking what is below 5. It is checking this one and this one and this one, okay, and this one, but it is not going to, you see, 9, 8, 10, 6, 6. Okay, it is not going there even. Okay, and for instance, if we want to check perspective letter grade, so the which variable you need to use? Character, right? Okay, so you know how to get a character type variable. Okay, for instance, then condition value, condition, this variable will be character type. Okay, and in the previous program that I started in this, the beginning, it shows how to get a character. Oh no, deal with character type. Okay, let me see that other. So pretty much you should, if you know this, you should be good for your test. And
Professor,
yes,
about the test, are we expected to like type out our own programs or just type out code in general?
code, you have to write program code, some program codes, and you have to explain some program codes. You have to give output of some program code, trace, you have to trace program, and you have to output. If you are clever, if you give attention to my lectures, I discuss almost everything. Not today everything. In my previous few lectures, I discussed everything. Okay. And good luck for you. If you want to review, you can watch my previous recorded video one more time. So, yes.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Anyone has any question?
Oh, wait, I forgot the name of the YouTube channel.
Okay. It is CSITEd experts. Okay, type in here. Type in your computer. And thank you so much, and you have a good evening.
Professor,
Yes.
could a case be a range of numbers? It works easily like this.
Then
because
you
it's
can
10.
use another variable, the condition variable, put to the range. You can, before you kill case start. Yeah, it can be. It can be range. You put it can be range. Range, it will make a range, right?
Yeah.
Between this and this. Is it true or false, right? The type will need to be boolean.
Okay.
You can try. That's a good question. You can try. So the regular professor, the school professor, right? Including main program that's from user to the week and color. You have to write a program.